What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. We're here for another video. My home, chilling. I figured I'd make a short video for you guys. It's been a while, guys. Got back from the gym a little while ago. Just hanging out. Just had dinner. Doing my laundry now. Let's do some house chores. 1 second.
They're like nodding their head and they have been praying, Just
So, in this video, guys, I want to talk about, I've noticed in the past couple of months, it's been very challenging, guys. I broke my ankle. I fell off my bike and broke my ankle. And it's been like 4 months now, and I'm recovering pretty good. It was a hell of a journey. But I'm doing much better now, obviously. Going back to the gym and stuff like that. So it wasn't that serious, it was but it was pretty serious, I broke tore up some ligaments and stuff like that. But thank the Lord, I'm doing much better now, guys. But I've noticed, the enemy's attacks have been, oh my God, like intense. And they're getting more intense. It feels like the enemy is come a time where he's getting more desperate and more agitated. A lot of people think that being chosen and carrying the Spirit of God in you and having all this favor over your life, it is great. It's a great thing, but at the same time, it's not so great. I'm going to elaborate on that. And this is for people that think that being chosen and all that stuff and doing God's work and, being a light worker, being on the team of the light instead of darkness, they think that it's something it's a work in the park. Let me tell you something. When you choose the side of God, righteousness, the light, goodness, integrity, to do the right thing, to walk the right path, cut out habits, bad habits. When you finally choose yourself and you start to make all these different positive changes, when you're serious about changing your life for the better, and you choose the side of God, and you feel like you're chosen, and you have all this favor over your life by God. Yes, it feels great. Don't get me wrong. It is great. I'm very much protected. I have complete faith that God will always protect me. He will never abandon nor forsake me. It is promised by Him. And I hold God to that promise. So that's great. But at the same time, what a lot of people don't get is that it is a very difficult road to follow. It is very painful. You will lose a lot of friends. A lot of people will be plucked out of your life. If people are not, they're lower vibrational, or they're on the other side. They're not of God. They're on the other side. Which, hey, nothing against anybody. The dark also serves a purpose. It's not there for any reason. although I choose to live in the light. It is much better. But I know what it's like to live in darkness. I understand both sides of the spectrum. You see? That's what makes me unique in nature. I understand both sides of the spectrum because I've been there on the other side. Because I've been in that life. I've been in darkness, complete darkness, and drugs, in the street, going through, issues, mental health issues, in and out of jail. I know all about darkness. I know all about the dark side. So I can understand both sides of the spectrum now that I'm on the side of the light now. As a choice that I made, because we all have choices to make. You don't have to stay on the dark side. You don't have to. It's a choice. It's a choice. Everything in life is choices. You can choose which side you wanna be on. Which God you wanna serve. Whether you wanna serve you know who, or you want to serve the big guy. We all have a free will. We have choices. God does not force anybody to, you have to believe in me. Of course, those choices have consequences, like everything in life. And so, people think that being on the things of God and on the good side, it goes without struggle, without issues. I don't post everything, guys. You guys don't know everything that I go through, everything that I've gone through. People see me, when I go to the gym here and there. People that don't know me. Just because you see me for an hour or two a day, it doesn't mean you know me. You don't know me, okay? Because we all have, everybody in this world, we all have three personalities. Who we are in public, who we are in private, and who we are in secret. We'll say that again, so you can get it. Everybody in this world, all humans, this is human nature. Okay? I study a lot. And it's been told by FBI, CIA profilers. Everyone has three personalities that they bring forth. In other words, three aspects of who people are. It's just how it is. For example, when I go to the gym, or people that go to the gym, usually they present their best self forward. They go all looking nice and dressed well, and they put their best foot forward. They're trying to. It doesn't mean necessarily that you're fake. No, that's not who you are. But you're presenting your best self forward. You're trying to show the best version of yourself. That's not necessarily who you are in private, meaning right now, at home. This is the closest, the version that a person can be as genuine as possible. The closest to the person's genuine self as possible, who they are in private. That's really, not everyone gets to see who you are in private though, because in private at home, you may fart, you may pick your boogers, you may scratch your ass, scratch your ball, like you do many things that you won't necessarily do in public. You see? So, and then who you are in secret means things that you have hidden secrets about yourself. It doesn't mean necessarily bad, but we all have secrets, right? And so you have a different version of yourself, who you are in secret. Everyone has three personalities, three different versions of themselves. Who they present in public, who they are in private, which is the most closest to who they really are. Only the closest to you, in like your family, immediate family, things like that, get to see who you are in private, which is your real self, or the closest version of your real self. And then who you are in secret. No one really knows that. Sometimes not even family get to see that side of you. And so that's just how it is. But people think that being chosen and being spiritual and being on the side of God goes without any trials and tribulations, and we just have it easy. That is so far from the truth, it's not even funny. You guys don't even understand, will not even comprehend the amount of opposition, attacks, spiritual warfare. And just, I mean, it's not easy. Look at what they did to Jesus. Trust me when I tell you, it's not fun. It's not. No, we do have a lot of perks. We're very much protected by God everywhere we go, and you know, He commands His angels to take charge over us and protect us from enemies, seen and unseen, and there's a lot of perks with being on the right side. Don't get me wrong, but it's not always sunshine and rainbows. We deal, and I know that most light workers that are seeing this video, most people that know what I'm talking about, that are on the right side, they know what I'm talking about. The amount of spiritual warfare and attacks, the slandering, the evil eye, the disdain that when people that get to know you and they see that you carry a certain light, that you carry a certain aura about you, the amount of hate that they just can't contain it, they can't hide it anymore. It just comes out of them. It comes out of their pores. It gets to a point where they just can no longer hide it. Sometimes I can't be around people too long. I can't. When I go to the gym and stuff like that, a lot of people don't know this about me. But the reason sometimes I can't hang around too long and I have to move around a lot is because I can feel other people's energies. And I can feel the hate and the disdain that they have for me. And it's not me per se. There's a spirit behind that person. Because the other side, the other guy, the dark side, yeah, the guy that controls his people, he uses a lot of these people to attack the chosen ones, the people that are doing God's work. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be chosen, but if you're just doing God's work, that's it, you're a target. That's it. If you have any amount of faith in God, you're a target. You don't even necessarily have to be a preacher and standing in podiums and no, it doesn't even have to get to that. A lot of times, the other side, they can these empty vessels that are walking around, being possessed by demonic forces, being used to do the dark side's work, which is to attack God's kingdom and His people. Yeah. They're going to outright, attack you. They're just gonna. It'll get to a point, guys, where you get used to it. Believe it or not, I'm getting used to it by now. Half these people don't even know you. That's a lot of times. That's how it is. They don't even know you like that. They really don't know you as a person. They definitely don't know who you are in private, which is your real self. But and people make a lot of assumptions about you without really getting to know you as a person. They make a lot of assumptions about you. They bring you down and undermine you. Just very backhanded, with everything that they do. How they treat you and shit like that. Being chosen is not easy, guys. Being chosen is not easy. It's not an easy. Let me tell you something. It takes courage. It takes courage to represent God openly. I would never be ashamed. I would never be ashamed of following God and choosing God. I will never be ashamed. Never. Why should I? Why should I be? But that comes with a price. It comes with a price that the enemy is going to always try to send people to attack you one way or another. Whether it's gaslighting, projection, even if not necessarily attack you physically, because a lot of times they know that if they do that, they're gonna get in trouble, whether it's with the law or karma. Because God does not play about his people, his chosen ones. Karma will strike. And they know that. So, but yeah, it's not as easy and as great as people think it is. A lot of people don't tell you this. They paint you this certain picture like, oh yeah, being chosen and working for God and doing God's work and being a light worker is great and you will never have any issues. That's all crap. We face a lot of spiritual warfare on a daily basis, and I mean serious spiritual warfare. We attract a lot of narcissistic people that just wanna and they're like, your light irritates these people's demons. Their demons get irritated just by you coming around. Like, it happens to me all the time. Happens to me all the time. Wherever I go, not just the gym, but everywhere I go. Once I'm around certain people, especially if they're not of God, oh boy, it doesn't take long for it just oozes out of them. The hate and the disdain, like you could tell how they see, how they look at you, and the hate. They don't like you. And it's not the person. There's a spirit behind that person. It's a demonic force. Everything is spiritual. When you finally wake up, when I went through my awakening, awakening is finally realizing that everything is spiritual. Everything, most of everything that happens to us on a day in and day out basis is mostly spiritual. Has to do some kind of way with something spiritual. Because nothing happens here in this 3D world before happening in the 5D, in the ether. Everything that happens here first manifests in the spiritual. Everything. But the spiritual is what really counts. This 3D world one day will be gone, and nobody's gonna remember us. It really doesn't mean anything. There's no meaning behind living here. You wake up, go to work, come home, take dinner, watch TV, go back to sleep, wake up, go to work, go pick up the kids, come home, make dinner. Maybe go to a little party sometimes with family every now and then. Come home, make dinner, go home, go to work, wake up, go to sleep, and that's life. So there's no real meaning. There's no real like. There's nothing deep about living in this 3D world. We don't really get shit out of it, not really. The spiritual world. Now that's what really counts. That's what really counts. Yeah. But yeah, guys, I'm just made this video to kind of like show you guys what most people that are doing God's work don't tell you. Well, some do. A lot of them do. They know this and they do tell you. They're aware. They'll also tell you this. A lot of them do. They do say it. But it's not as easy going as people think it is. Being of the light, working with God, like the things of God, being on the right side of God, on the light side. It's not as easy going as people think it is. We experience a lot of spiritual warfare, a lot of hate, a lot of evil, a lot of attacks, a lot of enemies. I mean, you name it. We go through it on a daily basis. It is what it is. But let me tell you something. If you're on the dark side, like I used to be, it's horrible. You're miserable. You're constantly miserable. Living in a state of fear. On drugs. Drinking. Overindulging in stuff. Just living a reckless, dark life. That's also not fun. It's actually horrible. I'd rather stay on the right side. Yeah, okay, that's something I have to deal with, the attacks and the hate coming from these empty vessels possessed by demons. Well, what can I do? It's either that or go to the dark side and still live like shit. And you still experience attacks. Just because you're on the dark side doesn't mean you're not going to experience attacks. Because the enemy, even though you're working for him, he still fucking hates you, idiot. Because he hates all humans. That's the whole point. I mean, if you were to at least work for let's say evil, and he would treat you well, but he doesn't. He just used you to do his bidding and promise you a bunch of shit and he never delivers. When you die, you go to hell. He still doesn't like you. He hates you. He hates all humans. So what's the point? No, I'll stay over here with God. At least I know where I'm going when I die. But it comes with certain sacrifices too. Nothing is gonna come in this life. It's a choice. I made my choice. I chose the side of God. I know what comes with that. I know what comes with the territory. I know what comes with that choice. It was a conscious decision on my part. I chose the light. And since I chose the light, I know that's going to come with certain spiritual warfare, which either way, it still works for my highest good because you're just preparing me and making me stronger and teaching me how to deal with spiritual warfare and you know, demonic forces and all that.
That's not gonna fit.
So it all works for my highest good. It makes me stronger.
Two chairs.
Those are the people who know you're in good hands.
As a spiritualist, as a light being, as a you know, worker for God, as a warrior for God, it's gonna you're only making me stronger. So, you know, believe it or not, it may sound ironic, but even the enemy, he works for God too. Everyone under the sun works for God one way or another, directly or indirectly. It doesn't matter. Because God also created the dark. God created everything under the heaven.
Real fruit and whole grains.
So,
Doing something good for yourself has never
you know,
been easy.
God allows certain things to attack us sometimes, not because He's playing with us or anything, but to strengthen us, to teach you how to fight. Because if you don't know how to fight certain demonic entities or, you know, the enemy or darkness, then what kind of spiritual warrior are you? If you don't know how to maneuver, you've never been through spiritual warfare, then how would you know how to deal with it? So even the enemy works for God, knowingly or unknowingly. I think he knows. He's not stupid. But yeah, guys, you know, I just wanted to make this video to let you guys know about the dark side of being a chosen one. It's not easy, guys. Don't believe everything you hear about it's a walk in the park and we just you know, bathe in the sun and have fun and, you know, enjoy a peaceful life. Yeah, we do have our moments of peace and it's lovely and you know, we bask in the guarantee that God always has our back. But we also experience a lot of spiritual warfare on a daily basis. We attract a lot of ops, a lot of enemies, a lot of just nefarious, evil, demonic, fucking, just, it's weird, man. You know, like, it's just, it's not cool. Like, trust me, it's not, you have to know the God you serve and be strong in your faith. Daily prayer. From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, you gotta be praying. Because the attacks are gonna come. The attacks are gonna come. So, but it's alright, guys. We're blessed by God. We keep moving forward. We're still looking at our dream. It's not over until we win. Glory be to the Most High God. Till next time, guys. Take care. Stay strong in your faith and your belief. Okay? Daily prayer, meditation. You know, it's not easy, but we all have a side to choose. We can't play both sides. We all have a side to choose. Peace, guys. Take care. Love you.